We got 5 minutes on the clock. We're about to see if they can do it, as Dark will kick things off for the Ospreys. Ball deep into the Florida Poly end. Dark narrowly avoids running that ball right into Gino, as Gino Kopp had that taken away by Dezu. Set up for Bob Stowe, and Florida Poly has the lead. Looky here.
And talk about making the best of a bad situation. Double commit there. Dezu takes one away from Rex, but he's got a plan. He sees Bob Stowe waiting out at the top of the box, dishes it out, and is able to turn one into the far left-hand side. So despite not the strongest first minute, they end up on the board right at the end of it.
Start the way it has, but now things seem to have stabilized for Stockton. It is Dark looking to set up Gino. Got him, and we're tied.
Can always trust Gino Kopp to come in and win the ball in a tight race to it. Dodges a demo in the midfield. Bob Stowe's coming at it from a tough angle. Still not a lot to work with there for Gino Kopp, but like you said, can't sleep on those ex-RLCS pro players. I believe Subi was talking about that on the desk. He shows you exactly why. He snipes a tight window position, getting that extra touch as he followed that ball across the net. Important. And Rex, huge miss, open net for Gino, and they beat it. They punch it off the post. Oh no.
Perhaps losing this game. Bussy. Around one. Does he have a slip reset? I think he might have even been looking for the ground pitch. It didn't matter. Dark comes in to finish the job, and that's all because, geez, it looked like, well, actually, who was it? Yeah, it looked like it was Bussy. Just kind of froze the defense.
Yeah, they were definitely worried about Bussy continuing that play and going for that flip reset. He pulled the defender off the wall. I think he was actually going to get the flip reset, but he ended up getting bumped by the guy challenging him, and the person in the net was expecting some form of contact, so they were a little slow to react to the ball.
Still ends up down on the Stockton half of the field. Dark trying to delay. Oh, he let Rex go right by, so now Desert will try. Final 3 seconds. Needs to get this ball center. It is for Bob Stowe. Rex couldn't catch up to it, and Stockton hangs on. His own net. That forced Rex into the air. And now Bob Stowe trying to keep pace with Dark. And boy, that's a great job by Dark opening things up.
Wow.
But there's Dezu after the demolition by Rex.
Hello, Rex. He's just playing support in the midfield there and says, Gino's on the goal line. Let's go get rid of him real quick. Fortunately for him, he's got teammates ready and waiting in the midfield for that opportunity, and they convert an easy one.
And then Rex cheating up aggressively, but he was met by a cheat on the other side as well. Now Gino, great pass over to Dark. Easy money.
That's basically the same goal, except without the demo. I mean, this is just kicked into the midfield. You might as well act like Dezo got demoed there, because he was not going to make it. That hard cut from Gino, so good. Wide open for him in the middle.
To deal with, it's Bob Stowe under a lot of duress on the backboard, and Gino can just play this with the Batmobile floater on target. No. And Dezu, I think, was caught out looking for boost.
Yep, you're definitely right. He's just kind of sitting here on the goal line, gets caught flipping forward, and not even caught really looking for boost. I think he maybe thought Rex was going to be on that challenger a little sooner, or was thinking maybe he could get there to that ball before Gino. Either way, just doesn't read the situation really well, pulls himself out of position, and he got punished for it. But Stockton do the same thing. Off the kickoff, Rex is able to collect one, because Bussy and Gino kind of get a little tongue-tied there about who should be taking the ball. Neither of them come up with a touch, and Rex is able to recover and just put one in between the posts.
Gino is right there. What a pass over to Dark, and Dark just missed on it. It's almost like he took his eye off the ball. He'll get another go, and this time he converts. Wow.
Yep, I think Dark definitely overdrove it the first time. You're right. It definitely seemed like he was thinking about where to place it. Then we realized his approach was wrong. Gets a second opportunity, though. That's 2 that Dark has scored from a great pass from the side. This time it's Bussy, and Dark shows that he can also find a tight window.
Not often you get a mulligan so quickly as Dark did, and then he forces that ball right through. Gino coming on, and Stockton starting to feel it.
Beneficiary off the kickoff. I mean, Dark just gets a real favorable challenge. Bob Stowe, it's not necessarily a bad idea to play a real aggressive near post defense there, because it doesn't look like A challenge can go horribly wrong, but that one had just enough pace it got over his head too fast.
By Gino as Stockton continues to try and pour it on and try to break down Florida Poly.
Oh, nice.
Bussy is there, and the lead balloons to 3 goals.
This is just a real awkward one to handle for Rex. He's forced to hit the brakes on the sidewall and just trying to come down as that ball is falling in front of you and try and keep the car behind it, and then you realize that you gotta actually get in between the ball and the goal frame because it's gonna fall there. It's just such an awkward scenario to be put in when you're not able to keep a constant pace, and Rex just let it get too far.
Oh, he kind of got clipped, I think, from behind by Dark, but still managed to get the ball downfield. Still chances now for Florida Poly until now. My goodness, what a read.
What in the world? He got bumped up the sidewall, falls off the ceiling, and destroys that man. Oh my goodness.
Now Gino can spring Bussy downfield. Gino to follow, and you just get the feeling that Florida Poly has just abandoned all hope on the defensive end.
One of those classic games where it starts off good, a couple of weird ones happen one way or the other, and then Stockton just start to pull away just that little bit. And then as soon as that dunk came out from Bussy, then you're like, okay, they've checked out of game 2. they're waiting on game 3.
Which may go by in about 5. They'll get another 5 minutes on the clock and it'll be a fresh start. Dark coming on. Boy, they're just going to run it up.
Goodness.
Who was it last night that was asking what the record was? Was it Nova that was asking what
Nova.
the record for goals in a best of 5? They didn't come anywhere close. These guys could turn it up.
For them, but Stockton having a phenomenal game.
Oh my goodness, this is going to go in. No, Bob Snow barely got there, but there's just nobody there to stop them. 9-2.
What did you say, Stacks? This is going to be 2 minutes that last like 5?
Oh.
Well, it's only been 20 seconds since you said that in game, and Stockton have scored 2 goals.
3 players are going to join them. Good Lord, it's a game that just won't end. Another opportunity, another score, 10 ball in the side pocket.
Wow. I mean, what are you going to do when you're Desu here? You got to try and take that ball across, but when you're under pressure from Bussy, you can't really control it as well as you like. And Dark has you read like he checked you out of the library last week.
Score lines like this very often in either the RLCS or in CRL. Gino has Dark running interference. Rex tried to read, and he could not make it 11. That is 5 goals for Gino.
Oh, what a great play from Gino. 1, faking the hard touch with the short hop and then landing, and 2, faking the cut back while Rex has to think about getting demoed. Gino smart enough to just let the ball roll. It's so many good ones from the passes out into the middle of this game that I would throw him just about anything right now.
Yeah,
and there you go.
Coach Achieves, or Goach Achieves, has figured it out. Florida Poly has not figured out how to stop these guys. 12-2.
It was actually that little tap on the brakes that made the defense think, oh, maybe he doesn't have this as clean as we would think. And then as soon as they saw, oh, you're kidding. Wow. Well, you said it already, you know? You don't see score lines like this very often. But the good news is, I feel like more often than not, whenever a game happens like this, the next game, the other team tends to win.
I mean, maybe a bit therapeutic, and if this goes in, there's no way. Absolutely no way.
Okay.
Oh, there's a save. One of very few from Florida Poly. 17 shots, 13 goals, and a partridge in a pear tree. Stockton just dominates game 2. That is like above the community tournament level Achieves. Okay, sure, Fibion happened, but outside of that, that's the biggest blowout I've ever seen. Very early on, can they answer back now with a clean slate? Starting game 3, what a save, and another to go with it.
You love the play from Desu there. Dark going real aggressive, though, trying to score that himself. He had Gino in the midfield, but his ability to even put that ball on target is what I think created that chance, because I don't think anybody thought Dark was going to try and score it.
Dark back. Loose ball out in front. Rex's shot's a little wide. It won't create any kind of a rebound opportunity. But now Desert will just get another look. Followed up by Stockton and Florida Poly's got the lead.
Yeah, I think Dark got a little tied up here on the goal line. He's got plenty of boost as he's sitting here, but he just lets this one bounce. I mean, he's got 83 boost as he's rotating back. Why would you ever let that ball go over your head? You got to get up there and clear that one away.
Bob Stowe at least kept this in as well, but finally Stockton able to break out. Dark, tough angle, and he converts under the bar.
What a shot from Dark. Did he catch him on transition? I think Rex thought that he was going to have a little more time, but only 4 boost, and going to the outside of the ball there and then flipping back into it to get it on the right side of the ball to squeeze that into the top corner. That was a much tougher shot than you thought, and Bussy's going to cut him in 2 for the kickoff goal.
Oh, we've seen a few of these. Sure, they got the demolition on Gino, and he's just watching from the ether like, okay, sure. Maybe try the ball next time. 3:02 to go, and Stockton in front.
Having to take so much time trying to get out of their half, it's because they want to make sure that they've got enough to make something happen when they finally get possession. Bob's still put in a weird spot. He's going to have to make a difficult save. The changeup gets him. He knew he didn't get the right touch here, and he had to dive back. And Bussy slows one down, and he goes right by it.
Yeah, that's one where you just kind of you hang your head a little bit after and go, you know what? We tried. But eventually the pressure is just a little too much. The effort was there, Achieves, and you certainly tip your cap to Florida Poly as they battled back after a decisive Game 2 loss. But in the end, it is Stockton after all, and they're going to take the dub.
And that will increase FDOT stocks tremendously. Yep. I believe he was the only one here to pick Stockton 3-0. I thought it was maybe possible, but Florida Poly, they, like you said, gave the effort. They put in a fantastic show here against Stockton, but just didn't quite have enough on the transition game to get through those 2 big blockers of Bussy and Gino Kopp. Dark, of course, had a phenomenal Game 2 in terms of the scoring, and setups were there for Game 3 as well. And Stockton will win it quite comfortably.